one of the guys who's really kind of my personal hero is a guy named Mike Hazard, who I met years ago when this whole thing was beginning to go on. And you know, he's everybody knows that Mike's served in the military and has a tremendous amount of passion for what this organization does. But I am, you know, if I die tomorrow, this will be the single proudest thing I've ever done at Milwaukee Tool. And I want to introduce my good friend Mike Hazard. How about a nice hand?
Wow. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the 7th annual UA 5K run and pub crawl. I'm glad everybody's here tonight. Hopefully we can get more people in. Feel free to close in around the front here. In the book Tribe, Sebastian Junger says it best. We valorize our vets with words, posters, and signs, but we don't give them what's really important. What really sets you apart as someone who is valuable to society. We don't give them jobs. All the praise in the world doesn't mean anything if you're not recognized as someone who can contribute to society. The UA has gone above and beyond anybody's expectations of what we do for transitioning active duty military members. We don't just provide jobs, we provide valuable careers with excellent benefits. The UA VIP program has been up and running for 10 years now, and we've trained over 1,800 transitioning active duty service members through our program. That's 1,800 service members that have left the military and been provided direct entry into our apprenticeship programs and guaranteed job placement. So that's something we should all be very proud of. Generations of young Americans departing the military today, and many more that remain on active duty, are learning that a union is all about quality careers, brotherhood, and doing the right thing. Every UA member needs to be proud of what we've done here and what we're going to continue to do. And I want to just personally thank General President Mark McManus and UA Education and Training Director Chris Hasslinger for their leadership as they continue to grow the VIP program and extend this offer to even more veterans. So thank you very much, Chris and Mark. Appreciate you guys. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize a Gold Star family that is here with us today. They're here every year. Jackie and Stephanie Little are the mother and sister of Lance Corporal Jason Little, as well as Semper Fi-Fund community athletes. The term Gold Star describes a family member who has lost a loved one in military service. The Gold Star first made its appearance during World War I, after being placed over a service flag's blue star when a service member was killed in combat. The Gold Star signified the family's pride in the loved one's success and their sacrifice, rather than the mourning of their loss. Thank you, Jackie and Stephanie Little, for being with us this year and every year. Thank you very much. As in years past, 100% of the proceeds from tonight's event will go directly to the Semper Fi Fund. Over the last 6 years, this event has raised more than $320,000 that has gone directly to the Semper Fi Fund. And I'd like to take just a moment to thank the sponsors that make that happen. International Pipe Trades Joint Training Committee, National Inspection Testing Certification, Southern California Pipe Trades, Mechanical Contractors Association of America, Greater Michigan Plumbing and Mechanical Contractors Association, UA Local 190, Ann Arbor, Michigan, Milwaukee Tools, Destination Ann Arbor, Lifting Gear, K&R Promotional Products, Washtenaw Community College, International Association of Plumbing and Mechanical Officials, American Technical Publishers, Bradford White, E.H. Walks, and Contractor's Choice. Let's hear it for all the sponsors of this event. And everybody that's running or doing the pub crawl or that has made a donation throughout the week, thank you all very much. It's very important. This is a great organization, and you're going to learn more about it in just a minute. At this time, I'd like to introduce Major General Andy Odlin. Major General Odlin is a retired two-star general from the United States Army. He served our country for 28 years and now serves as our UAITF VIP consultant. Please give Andy a warm welcome.
Well, it is great to be here back in Ann Arbor for this entire week, the instructor training program, industry day, and this block party kickoff. And I am honored to be a part of it. The first thing I want to talk about for just a second is how I got involved in all this. And it involves a little bit of our history and what Department of Defense and our nation did when people were forced to leave the military, all the way back to times like Vietnam and other times when we had a drawdown in active duty service strength. And as a brigade and battalion commander, I can tell you that retention was the focus. And as leaders, we looked to the people who were staying in. We tried to encourage everybody to stay in. And those who left, we sort of kicked to the curb and did not let them leave proud of their service and take care of them like we are today with programs like VIP. I'm sort of the intermediary to the senior Department of Defense leadership on this, and I joined up because I saw the opportunity to do it right, to really harvest that super talent coming out of our departing service members, and at the same time thank them for their service. And it's been a real pleasure for me to be able to add other installations with United Association Veterans and Piping Task Force, and to increase the opportunity for more service members to make that transition. And as Mike said, you know, Mike's the big program manager nationwide for this program, and I just support him, but I do talk to a lot of senior leaders. And which program of the career skills training programs across the board supported by Department of Defense, where do you think VIP ranks? Bar none, number one. They all say that. Anyone who's seen it, they know that VIP sets the standard and delivers on its promises. And I call it a win-win-win because there are really three winning elements in a program like this. One is our nation and its industry to build the infrastructure. And with aging workforces, we need the kind of talent that this program produces. Coming in, exercising discipline, values, character traits, work ethic, and revitalizing the industry's workforces, which they're doing. Number two is Department of Defense, because the senior leaders in DOD, the generals and the Secretariat, didn't know what to do. They saw the danger of it recurring from the past, of departing service members having a high unemployment rate. And when you watch the unemployment rate numbers, you see that they're very low, but you have to peel back that onion and see what those people are doing. Are they getting good jobs with benefits that support their families, like when they go to work as a VIP graduate, as an apprentice in United Association? The other win is for that departing service member and family. And they see the opportunity without any prior experience. You take the infantryman who becomes a welder, the artilleryman who becomes an HVAC service technician, the combat engineer who becomes a sprinkler fitter, didn't have any idea they would be doing that sometime in their lives. So for all of you instructors out there who are here for ITP, if you have not firsthand experienced the VIP program, gone on one of the military installations and seen it in action and watched these kids transition, put it on your must-do list, because it is really worth your time to make that effort. It's a tremendous program supported entirely by United Association, and those elements who support the United Association to make it all possible. It doesn't come out of the DoD budget. It doesn't come out of the pocket of the soldier, sailor, Marine, airman who gets to get that training. It comes out of the pocket of this union and its organizations that support it. And for that, I thank you tremendously. The leadership and all the rank and file of this union are what makes it possible for VIP to not only expand and to set its pace as the #1 ranking career skills program in Department of Defense, but its great success. And the senior leaders in DoD tell me, we have to do more. You have to go to more installations. We need this program so badly. So thank you for making it possible. Thank you for resourcing and supporting it. And I would like to just take a moment to recognize all the veterans in our midst and thank you for your service. And God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Major General Adlin, for being here and for opening all the doors, allowing us to expand this program to what it is today. It's now my pleasure to introduce Lance Corporal Timothy Lang, United States Marine Corps retired and now Semper Pipeline representative. Timothy Lang is the second child of 12, born to Charles and Linda Lang of Jackson, Michigan. In 2005, he joined with Charlie Company, a Lansing, Michigan-based Marine Corps Combat Reserve Unit. Lance Corporal Lang joined the Marine Corps because he wanted to defend our country against terrorists. While deployed to Fallujah, Iraq, Lance Corporal Lang was manning the turret atop a Humvee when they were hit by a roadside bomb. The blast threw him 40 feet from the vehicle, injuring his legs so badly he had to crawl his way back to his Humvee. Lance Corporal Lang was medevaced to National Naval Medical Center in Bethesda, where he underwent more than 40 surgeries trying to save his leg. He spent 2 years recovering at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. Lance Corporal Lang married his wife Sarah in 2011, and they have 2 beautiful children, Silas and Rory. Please welcome Tim Lang.
All right, thanks guys. First thing I want to say is, coming from the military and a bunch of hard-working individuals, men and women alike, I've gained a lot of respect for hard-working individuals. My mentors, my heroes have always been hard-working individuals, and I want you guys to know that standing up here, I look up to every single one of you. You're the skilled tradesman that builds our country. I feel like since I've grown up, those jobs have somewhat been looked down upon, but to me, I look up to you guys because you're the ones out there building this country and making this place great. So big hand to you guys. Next, I wouldn't be here today without the love and support from my family and my extended family, and Semper Pipefitters is really an extended family to me. Like Mike said, that was a tough day for me. It took a lot out of me and it took a lot off of me. And some of the biggest struggles I dealt with were the mental struggles of watching. When I crawled back to that vehicle, Corporal Josh Hines was half in the vehicle, half out of the vehicle. The vehicle was picked up, turned on its side, and was pinning him across his torso. He was grabbing me for everything he was worth, saying, Lang, get me out of here. And I tried to do CPR on him. I took his Kevlar off. I tried to start pulling the sand away from under his chest so he could expand his chest to actually breathe. And that's, watching him go right while I'm trying to save him was something that lives with me for the rest of my life. And then when they threw me in the back of the Humvee, and they threw Sergeant Babb, the other guy that was killed, in the back, completely naked on a stretcher. Just threw him in there, and for the half hour it took us to get the Fallujah surgical, I had to sit there and watch his limp body just bouncing as we, and this was a hero of mine. This is a mentor of mine. He was like a dad figure to me, my squad leader, and watching his lifeless body just bouncing as we're going through the rough terrain to get to the hospital as quick as possible to save me and my other guy that was in the vehicle, Josh, that lost both legs. That day took a lot out of me, but going into the hospital, I met so many people that were so influential to me, and some people who inspired me to get better and helped me to get better. I was injured October 15th of '06 and was having a surgery every other day. I actually had to take a week off the surgeries because I was so malnourished because of the antibiotics I was on, that they actually gave me a week off surgeries just so my body could recover enough. I went down to 109 pounds and was literally looked like a picture of death. So right about Thanksgiving was one of the lowest points, and little did I know, Semper Fi Fund went and got my 11 siblings, my parents, flew them out there, went to a local restaurant, catered food in for Thanksgiving, and had all my family walk in and deliver that to me, and also made some homemade pumpkin roll and stuff just to make me feel like I was back at home. I don't think you guys realize what that did for me for my recovery. When I'm laying in there in bed thinking about my boys that are still over there, and is the guy replacing me going to do a good enough job? It was really dark, but to have that love and support and that family around me, that meant the world to me. And since then, they've done that for countless other people. They've done that for a lot of people before me. I just wanted to give you a quick taste of the impact that these guys have had on just me, and that's only one story of how they've helped me out. So I love Semper Fi Fund. I'm forever indebted to them, and I think now that my recovery is almost done, the only thing I have left to do is give back. So I think I'll be fully recovered as soon as one of these days I am in a position where I can, do something to help these guys that help me out. So thank you guys. I love you and respect you.
Tim, thank you so much for everything you've done for our country and everything you do, giving back to the service members through Semper Fi Fund. Our nation colors are being presented by the United States Marine Corps 1st Battalion, 24th Marines. Please remove your caps. Attention to colors. Ladies and gentlemen, please reflect while I read the names of the 22 fallen Marines from the 1st Battalion, 24th Marines. Staff Sergeant Marcus A. Galinsky, Lewisburg, Tennessee. Sergeant Brock A. Babb, Evansville, Indiana. Sergeant Brian K. Burgess, Garden City, Michigan. Sergeant Thomas M. Gilbert, Downers Grove, Illinois. Corporal Mark D. Kidd, Milford, Michigan. Corporal Jacob H. Neal, San Marcos, Texas. Corporal Christopher E. Eckelson, Vassar, Michigan. Lance Corporal Matthew P. Lentos, Baldwin, Missouri. Lance Corporal Louis J. Castillo, Lawton, Michigan. Lance Corporal William D. Spencer, Paris, Tennessee. Lance Corporal Min Hee Kim, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Lance Corporal Nicholas A. Miller, Silverwood, Michigan. Lance Corporal Brent E. Beeler, Jackson, Michigan. Lance Corporal Jeremy S. Schock, Tiffin, Ohio. Lance Corporal Troy D. Neely, Eaton Rapids, Michigan. Lance Corporal Jonathan B. Thornsberry, McDowell, Kentucky. Lance Corporal Richard A. Barnetta, Franklin, Tennessee. Lance Corporal Tyler R. Overstreet, Gallatin, Tennessee. Lance Corporal Joshua A. Hines, Olney, Illinois. Private First Class Terrell B. Hill, Shelby Township, Michigan. Private First Class Buford K. Vansky, Bay City, Michigan. Private First Class Brett A. Whiteven, Shelby, Michigan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.